The summer transfer window hasn't even officially opened yet, but a major storyline is already beginning to take shape around one of Liverpool's most important players. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. According to transfer insider Fabrizio Romano, a serious move has been made behind the scenes for Alisson and it could open the door to a shock Anfield exit. Romano revealed, Juventus made a serious approach to Alisson and his camp over a long-term contract. My understanding is that they would be ready to offer a 2+1 year contract or eventually a 3-year contract. These two options are being discussed. Alisson would be tempted by the possibility to return to Italy, but he doesn't want to leave Liverpool in a bad way at all. It's now on Liverpool to decide from now to the end of the season to communicate something with Alisson. This is not just idle speculation. This is a concrete approach from Juventus, a club with both the stature and ambition to pull off a deal of this magnitude. And crucially, the proposal isn't vague. Contract structures are already being discussed, signaling genuine intent rather than early window probing. For Liverpool, this situation is delicate. Alisson isn't just another player. He's been a cornerstone of the club's modern success, widely regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in world football. His presence has often been the difference in tight matches, and losing him would represent a seismic shift, especially under Arne Slot as he continues shaping his squad. What makes this even more intriguing is the player's stance. Romano makes it clear that Alisson is tempted by a return to Italy, where he previously starred with AS Roma, but there's no desire to force an exit or damage his relationship with Liverpool. That puts the ball firmly in the club's court. Liverpool now face a defining decision. Do they move to shut down interest and reaffirm Alisson as untouchable, or do they consider the long-term future and potentially sanction a deal? Either way, clarity is needed, and soon, because when clubs like Juventus start making serious approaches, these situations rarely fade quietly. This could be one of the biggest stories of the summer. What do you think? Should Liverpool fight to keep Alisson at all costs, or consider cashing in? Drop your thoughts below. In other news, there's something quietly fascinating unfolding at Liverpool right now, and it centres on a player many had long assumed would either cement himself in midfield or eventually move on. Instead, Curtis Jones is rewriting the narrative entirely. In back-to-back victories over Everton and Crystal Palace, the academy graduate has been deployed in an unfamiliar role at right-back by Arne Slot. And not only has he coped, he's excelled. So much so that the conversation has quickly shifted from short-term solution to long-term possibility. Slot's decision to favour Jones over Jeremy Frimpong raised eyebrows initially, particularly given Frimpong's reputation as a natural attacking fullback. But what Jones has offered is something different, a composure, control and technical assurance that has added a new dimension to Liverpool's build-up play from deep. It's no coincidence that Slot himself has drawn comparisons to Trent Alexander-Arnold when describing Jones's influence in the role. Speaking prior to the 3-1 win over Crystal Palace, Slot told the Liverpool Echo, "What helped us is that he is really comfortable on the ball. That was a quality that a right-back had for a long time who played here before, a very, very comfortable player on the ball in Trent Alexander-Arnold. He gave, I wouldn't say a copy of Trent, but Curtis gave us that quality on the ball. Calm, finding the right passes, starting to dribble. He gave us that in the Everton game, and that helped us." Those words aren't thrown around lightly. Alexander-Arnold has redefined the role of a modern fullback at Liverpool, and while Slot was careful not to label Jones as a direct replica, the underlying message is clear. The technical profile fits, and the numbers back it up. Against Everton, Jones was Liverpool's most involved player, registering a remarkable 118 touches while completing 79 passes at a 94% success rate. He followed that up with another commanding display against Palace, recording 77 touches and 54 completed passes. In both fixtures, he also led the team for defensive contributions, 28 in the derby, followed by 13 at Selhurst Park. That balance between control in possession and defensive output is precisely what Slot demands from his fullbacks, and Jones, despite being naturally a midfielder, has delivered it. But this isn't a story of instant perfection. Slot has been quick to highlight that there is still plenty of development required, particularly in terms of positional awareness, a key trait for any natural defender. Curtis showed mainly character, Slot explained, playing not in your own position, in a very difficult away game, difficult circumstances, and to have that performance is really good. But when I look a bit deeper into it, he is one of the players I spoke to this week that in certain situations, he has to position himself a little bit more as a natural fullback. But it's normal that he hasn't done that yet. There is still room for improvement in that position. That last line may be the most important of all, because what Slot is effectively saying is this: Jones isn't the finished product at right back, but the foundation is there. And perhaps more importantly, the opportunity is there too. Despite playing a career-high 2,490 minutes this season, Jones has still found himself behind the likes of Dominik Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberch, and Alexis Mac Allister in the midfield pecking order. With competition fierce and minutes limited in his natural role, a positional shift could be the key to unlocking both his short-term impact and long-term future at Anfield. That's especially relevant given the uncertainty surrounding Liverpool's defensive options. With Connor Bradley struggling with injuries and Frimpong yet to fully convince, there is a genuine opening in the squad. One Jones appears increasingly capable of filling. At the same time, external interest continues to hover. Clubs including Aston Villa are reportedly monitoring his situation, aware that a player of his technical quality and versatility could thrive with a more guaranteed starting role elsewhere. Yet Liverpool may not be ready to let that happen. There remains a belief within the club that Jones can still play a major part moving forward, and discussions over extending his contract beyond 2027 reflect that. Slot himself has dismissed suggestions that the midfielder hasn't been trusted, pointing to the significant increase in minutes under his management as proof of his faith. But football rarely stands still. And right now, Curtis Jones finds himself at a crossroads, one that could define the trajectory of his career. Stay in midfield and he faces relentless competition. Move to right back and he could carve out a unique hybrid role in a system that clearly values his strengths. What once looked like a stopgap solution is quickly evolving into something much more significant. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.